Hey guys, this is Aaron from Geeky Development and welcome to our XCode tutorials. And in this little two-part little series I'll be showing you how to create a tab bar application. Now before you create your template, when you go to create a new one, you have the options here to select a kind of base template. Now make sure you select your tabbed application. And by doing so, it kind of creates the basics to a tab bar application. I'm simply naming it tab bar app. You can select it for universal or just for iPhone or iPad, but in the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to create it just for iPhone. Create that to your desktop, and then once you've done that, if you go to your main.storyboard, and I'll just make it a little bit bigger so you can see. If I zoom out a little bit, you can see the basis of a tab bar application. You have two individual views and the tabs at the bottom enable you to switch to and from. Now what I'm going to be doing is creating that third view, so you can see how to add additional ones to the tab. And also I'll be showing you how to add images and kind of customizing the tab bar more to your personal liking. So what you would need to do then is simply go to, at the top here, tab bar, go to new, click on Objective C class and change the subclass to a UI view controller. And now simply name this, as the first two are called first view controller, second view controller. I'll simply name this one third view controller. Very simple. Once it's added, let's drag it underneath our second one. And then go to our main.storyboard, and if I just go along, simply take the second one for example. Let me zoom out a bit. So we just highlight the second one, copy and paste it. It's that simple, and then all you need to do then is right click or control click and drag it to our tab view kind of main interface here at the beginning. Then what you need to do is right click or control click and drag our tab bar controller here to our new view and select relationship segue view controllers. You'll see now if I zoom in, we have our first, second and second. Now because we copied that, we need to change it. So if I change the title of this at the bottom, if I'm going to select it, sometimes it's a little bit hard to select, so if you go to over here to our tab bar item, we can change the name of it. So I'll just simply put in third. So now once I've changed that name, go back over here, you can see our third tab is now displaying third. Now if I scroll back along and just simply change this here to third view, so when we switch to it, you can clearly see it is the third view. So now if I go to build and run, you can see we got our first, second and third. So if I select our second one, the second view displays, and the third one, our third view displays. So you can go back and forth and jump, it doesn't really matter, and it just displays them all. Now if you want to add actions and outlets to these kind of views, the three of them, so the first one is linked up to our first view controller. And to find out if that's true, we'll just select it and click on first view controller at the top here, and then click over here next to our click on our identity inspector. You can see the custom class is set to first view controller. Now the second one should be the same, it should be on second view controller, there you go. But our third one hasn't really been set to anything. It's still set to second view controller as we copied and pasted it from our second one. So if we just get rid of that and type in third view controller, that means it's now set to whatever you add in our third view controller .h and .m. And just to give you that example, I'll create a quick outlet of a UI label. So IB outlet UI label space asterisk, then we name it label. So if I just build the project there so it all links together. Now when I go to our main.storyboard, so you can see if I go into our first, just move it up there, click on this here, and if we go to where we normally get our connections, you'll see there's referring outlets and outlets at the top. There's nothing at all, as in first view controller we have no outlets. But because you added one in our third view controller and we've linked up this to be the third view controller, you can see now in our outlets our label is being displayed. So So we could add it there and link up outlets. So that's simply how you add outlets and actions to the individual views within your tab bar application. And just to take it a little bit step further, I'm going to, in the view did load of our third one, our label dot text space equals space asterisk. I'm going to simply have it display text when it loads, just to show you that little step further that you can control each individual one. If I just put simply hello and build that. So as you can clearly see, when we switch to views, our first view will say first view, second view, and now because we linked up this label here to our label at the top, it's clearly going to say third view. But now if we go to build and run, so our first view, our second view, and our third view, our label now says hello. So you can clearly see that our third view controller.h and .m clearly control the third view. So there you go. So I hope this helps in your apps or projects at the moment. In our next part 2, I'll be showing you how to change their images on our tab views here, what sizes are needed and how you go about doing it, and also customizing the color as it's simply displaying blue, and you know, not everybody likes it, so how we can change the tab bar itself really, so we can make it look a little bit better than what it actually is. So I hope you enjoyed the first part, and I hope it does help in any of your apps or projects at the moment. Make sure you like and favourite, as it really does help us out, and make sure you check out all our apps which are currently on the App Store just by simply searching Geeky Lemon. But for now, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you all in part 2 of our tab bar application series. First, there we go. Let's head back to the mine area. Oh, it's getting dark as well. Let me sleep so it is full daylight. Bye bye.